Coming up this week on the 100K podcast for round 3, Jeff, geez, we got some new segments.
As usual, we try and turn a crisp $10 into 100K betting on the footy.
Jeff, I'm zipping 2 on Dobe Thursdays, and I've got 2 of my least favourite teams to bet on, Essendon and Port Adelaide, but I'm looking to make it work.
Blues Friday night. Do they finally get a win, or is season over?
I think they do, Jeff, and we will be at the MCG with a new fun game, 2-4-6-8.
Gold Coast just win that game. We go on a Sunday. North Adelaide. Some people call it the grand final preview.
Jeff, it's going to be awesome. And then the Wiz, how many is he going to kick? He absolutely loves Tassie. It's a home away from home for him.
And then I have not heard Fremantle sing the song since July 27th. Can they finally get a win on the board? Do they know the lyrics to their song anymore? Is Caleb Strong the most overrated player in the league?
You guys know where to find us at 100K Sports. Like and subscribe. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Send it to your mum, Jeff. Send it to your
nan. Ask your mailman if he's ever heard of it. Cheers.
Come on. Welcome back to the show that's flying like the crows. The shows whose last week multi performed like Ben Mackay, Caleb Sarong and Jack Bowes. The Saints finally came together like a combination fried rice. And the Swans need to build a statue for new recruit Riley Bice. The Kangaroos are bloody back as they left Melbourne in the dust. Also, how bad was Goody throwing Big Maxi under the bus? Nice. As round 3 approaches, we will be hotter than a game of Carrara. And if we win this week's multi, we'll have a few nights out with Jamara. Welcome back to the 100K Footy Show, where every week we get together, we put our best bets together, we put a cool hard crisp $10 on it in pursuit to try and win $100,000. Boys, this season we're officially powered by PointsBet and Rick's Eyewear, as we will be seeing better than ever all season. Boys, good to be back.
Das, great introduction. Probably your best of the season. You're getting better every week.
Thank you.
Boys, I was tickling my son's feet the other day. And we were all giggling as a family. My missus is like, no, stop, Jeff, stop. Wait till he's born first.
That's good. That's good. It's a little bit dark, Jeff, but we like it. And a very big welcome to the captain of the ship, the Red Baron, the Red Rifle, Long Dong Silver, the Red Bearded Hagrid, Blood Nuts, Grape Drapes, the Ginger Ninja, the Sauce Pasty, the Red Rocket, Luke Morgan, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Lewis.
Hey, thanks for having me. Hey, Footy's back. Happy to be here, Das.
Footy's back.
How long can I say? Round 9? Massive shout out to PointsBet and Rick's. And I want to make a big special mention because Tommy Sheridan, co-founder of Rick's, he's actually sent us in a new pair of Rixies here, which we're very excited about. I've been wearing Rixies all year. And I got a little present for you, Jeff, because you haven't seen these before. What I've got for you here are the Austin Browns. So these are on sale at the moment, sort of a newer colour edition.
Give us a look.
On sale at the moment. We haven't seen these before.
Jeez, they look good.
Yeah, they're good.
I've got the green Nolas on.
They are nice. They're nice inside. I can see perfect. What are they? The Austin Browns, the Stone Cold Steve Austin Browns. Yeah. These feel incredible.
That actually could be my favourite. It could go Browns, Nolas, Cherry Red, Cherry Ripes.
Yeah, so they're on sale at the moment.
Thank you, Tommy.
20% off. Unreal. Thanks, Tommy.
Discord is going absolutely bonkers. Like, I'm not hitting that many. Actually, no, I'm hitting a few. I reckon I was even on the weekend. We've got some people in there. Jev was going with a couple of guys. Willie Mack, you're having a couple of try-scorer multis. You hate the rugby league, but there's just so many things to bet on. It's so fun. $2 a week, Morgs. It's been awesome.
My 2 favourite things about the Discord: 1, the NRL. People actually know what they're talking about, and it means we can have a bet on it. Yep. And 2, that we have a little channel in the Discord, called Winner Winner, and blokes are posting their winning bets. The bets that you see in there, I know you had one on Jev 100K, Jev, but unbelievable there, and it's just building nicely. We're fixing the link. We're starting to fire up, Das.
Someone had, sorry, is it Tyrell Dewar? Dewar. Someone had him for first goal at $41.
That's a great
bet. That's the stuff that you just don't see.
And yeah, me and Will McCormack are trying to build a multi that's so every Saturday. I have a couple of 2-goal scorers. He gives me a couple of try scorers. Nice. Trying to hit it. We were a 2-goal scorer away last week, and then on Sunday we were a try scorer away. So we're this close to hitting that. They pay about 100 to 1. Like every Saturday, every Sunday, you got to be on the Discord.
Nice.
So much fun to back, and then you get right at all sports for the day.
We'll throw the link in the bio as always.
All right, so what we do, we always review last week's multi. So, boys, we had a bit of a down week. 11 out of 20 legs, running at rough. 55%. No good. If we're anything under 69, dinner for 2, it's not too good. So, we always have good legs and stiff legs because it's never really our fault. No. It's not really the player's fault. It's just no one. It's just stiff. So, stiff legs, Jeff.
Ollie Henry for 2. He wasn't in the multi originally, and then he got put in when there was a few injuries and stuff. So, bit of a stiff leg. Not too happy with it. Nick Voston. Nick Voston, the red-headed Dutchman, for 20. The form was there. Then he had 14 because Richmond did not touch the ball for 2 hours. They just couldn't get the ball. Petrarca for 25, and then he had 23. And Corey Warner, brother of Chad, anytime. geez, he played all right, but he just didn't look like he can snag. He was on the wing all day. I thought he'd be a bit deeper. He didn't kick one, so that's why he was 220. Never kicked a goal, Morgs.
If you didn't hear it as well to last week's show, obviously you're probably thinking, why is Corey Warner in the multi? But obviously last game, we need a bit of value late, and all we want to do is just be alive in that last game for a shot at 100K. So that's not on you, Jev. Only the one for me, big maximum effort Holmes. I had him for 20. He had 19. Just the Cats, just a stinker, a little bit like the
Dutchman.
The Melbourne Demons.
Yeah.
Just laid an egg, the boys. That's not on me.
Boys, I'd Papley for 2. Freshead won the goal square, missed another one. I think that's a stiff leg.
Yeah,
like,
had a form
effort's there.
Levi Ashcroft put my hand up on that one. Just couldn't get his hands on. I had 17, but this is as stiff as you get. You can do stats. You can look at odds. We can project, but you cannot project someone getting subbed out with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Isaac Rankin had 2 and 15. He had 6 minutes to go. He was on track for about 25 touches. We had him for 20. He got subbed out. Like, that's as stiff as it gets.
It was a bit of flex by the Crows. I've been saying it all week. Flex. They don't even need their best player out there or one of their best players anymore to just pump Essendon. They said, you get a nice...
And good legs, of course.
Good legs. Liver King Thilthorpe for 2.
Yeah. Nice.
He's an absolute star.
Yep. Monster.
Petrarca anytime. He kicked his guy at him for 25 money. Kicked a goal, only had 23. Chad Warner for 20. Nick Blakey for 20. Nick Blakey for 20 was my favourite leg of the week, and he got it.
Yeah, well done. Pyramid player. Nick Ray Romano.
Yes.
Martin for 20.
Light a cigarette in the rain.
Scraped in just a 20.
Nice.
Jack Higgins anytime. He had him for 1. He kicked 4.
He was
He's
unreal.
in serious form.
Yeah.
And David King was talking about during the week about no one's talking about it. We've been talking about it for 2 years.
Yeah, we have.
So
the butcher's dog, Jack
David
Higgins.
King, obviously not a listener, but friend of the show, no doubt.
Thank you.
Cal Archie for 2. He had 3. He was out the back all
3 in
day,
the third.
basically. 3 just in 1 quarter.
Yeah, well done.
Curtis anytime.
Paul.
We'll get to Curtis a bit later on, but we had him for 1. He kicked 3. And then old Jagerbomb. I told you the vanilla game style. It suits Jagerbomb. Had him for 20. Teased down to 15. He had 32.
Back-to-back 30. He went to Isaac Heaney as well. Had a great battle,
That's awesome. Ben Keys for 1 point. That was a piss take.
Yeah, that was your best leg.
Best leg. He ended up kicking 4. Had Stengel for 2, which he didn't look himself. And I had a void. Had the American Dream, Caleb Windsor. So I only had the 6 legs last week because they were all pretty juiced up. We tried to have a shorter multi, just see what we could do with it. So hopefully he comes back sooner, better, ready to go for the American Dream.
I also want to throw out, because I just like talking about the season as it goes on. Obviously, this is a tough multi to hit, Jev. And what we do throughout the year, we'll change it up a bit.
Mix it up.
We've gone at big forwards, one in round 11 when it gets a bit colder. If you've got an idea, of how you think we should craft the multi, we've gone back this week. I think we've gone skinny early, just trying to stay alive, take some green ticks, and then we build into Sunday, which is a formula that we've tried many times before.
Kath Lachlan into Stu Dew.
No doubt. So if you've got any ideas how we should shape the multi, send them in, because, hey, we haven't hit it yet.
All right, boys, we're going to get into a new segment. So Inside Dobe last week was an absolute treat.
That was
it was a treat. Inside Dobe. So this week, I'm bringing you a new segment called Dobe's Doppelgangers.
Nice.
So these are some people that just look alike. So if we have a look at the first one, Morgan's going to get this up on the YouTube. Harley Reid, I reckon, looks a bit like Charlie Spargo, boys.
I can see it.
Looks a little bit like Charlie Spargo. Will we pay that?
I'll give
Absolutely.
it to you.
We'll go to the next one.
Harley Spargo.
Ben Keys looks a bit like the penguin from Surf's Up.
Yeah, 100%.
This is good stuff.
Will you pay that?
Yeah.
That's 100%.
2 from 2.
We're 2 from 2. John Newcomb, Connor Stone, Adam Gilchrist all look like a wingnut. It's pretty good. Connor Stone could hear what you said to someone last week. Batman.
I liked the listeners last week, but I will get these on. I don't know where I'm going to. 100K gambling story. These will be on. If you know, you know.
I'll put them on Dove and Jev 100K story.
All of it.
Oh, yeah, all of it. Next one. James Harms and Finn O'Sullivan look like that they won the Mouthguard Award every week.
Jeez, I won a few of those being a back pocket.
The wallet.
I like
the lads. If we go to the next one, Lockie Jones looks like anyone of all time that's ever been to the Denny Ute Muster or Bathurst.
Great call.
He looks like all of them.
So true.
Looks like them all. If we go to the next one, Darcy Moore actually looks like the actress from Role Model, Jane Lynch. Does anyone see that?
100%.
If you go to the next scene, that's him. Sturdy wings.
Oh, that is good.
It's a long bow.
Sturdy wings. If we go to the next one, Ollie Wines looks like the American Dad.
That's good. I like that a lot.
100%.
Yep.
Next one. Jev looks a little bit like Hawthorn star Will Langford. Are we going to pay that?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Thin too. Fuck.
I like it a lot.
That's bang on. We go to the next one. Shooter, Lockie Schultz, looks like a bloke that you've asked him the same question 3 times and he still has no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Please get on the story. This is good stuff.
Shooter.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
He's got no idea. Still side bottom, looks like a toe ball.
Yeah, well done.
No, everyone knows that.
I don't know which
We
one.
go to the next one. There he is. He's the toe ball. And then Morgs have been sent in a few. So apparently Morgs, you look like Matty Roberts, Willem Drew, Matt Cottrell, Riley Bice. We go to the next one. Lance Whitnell, Justin Lepage, Josh Thurgood, Daniel Merritt, and last one, and Baker from the Muppets. So that is Dobe's doppelgangers for this week.
Great work.
That 1 of 4 is literally all me.
That is good.
No,
That
well
is,
done, guys.
I think we're on 100% on that.
100%.
I'm not sure if it's a high point or a low point of the show, but either way, I'm here for
That's
it.
good stuff.
Dobe's doppelgangers, we might bring this back every couple of weeks. So, guys, the ramble will be in the last third of the show. The last
yes,
third.
of
So,
course.
obviously, we don't touch on Thursday, Friday night footy because we got Dope Thursdays, Jevy Fridays. Gives you guys enough chance to actually listen to the show, get your best legs. And we don't want you guys to miss out on the multi if you actually want to get it on. So, coming up next, guys, the round 300K multi. Some of the best gags you've ever heard. Gold Rush. And of course, it's the rolling multi.
Some indifferent feedback from last week, but it's back.
Copped it.
Coming up next. All right, guys, you've made it this far. Thank you so much. If you can do us a massive favor, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And if you want to get involved with the community a lot more with our Patreon and Discord, the link is in the link tree. Only $2 a week. You guys can be involved in absolutely everything. So we've got all of our footy chats, all our best bets, future bets for the entire year. It is awesome. But again, thank you so much for listening. Like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back here. So coming up next, we have the round 300K multi. So before we get into it, Morgs, what do we have coming up?
to say, Jev, Pyramid Week next week.
Pyramid Week next week.
So-
There's a couple of little teasers as the show goes on.
Okay.
Of people who are right on watch for the pyramid.
And we're basically throwing out the first pyramid.
Throwing out the first. It's
throwing
going to
it out.
change a lot.
Yeah,
A
I
lot.
love it. I'm
There's been
excited.
a lot of player movement, and this week still means a lot.
A lot.
If someone hasn't done much, if they come out and have a 40 and 8 game, Jeff, they could be top 2.
And please drop your comments, your DMs. We love the
Who
feedback.
has to be in the pyramid?
Who has
There's
to
a
be
couple
out?
of guys that weren't in my first one. Throw that in the bin. It's
All right,
completely
there is nothing better. Sometimes we go to a Sunday night game, we go to a late Saturday night game. We've got something on, Jeff. But when you can get yourself to the MCG at 1:20, and we can watch Melbourne Gold Coast, it is going to be an absolute free for all. We got a fun game, which I think you're going to tease after this. So Melbourne Gold Coast, Jeff, kick us off. Round 3. What's your first leg for the multi?
Yeah, so in case it's the first time you've ever watched us before,
Yep.
the goal of the show is to try and turn $10 into 100K, betting on the footy, starting Saturday, ending Sunday arvo. It's a 22-leg multi.
Yep.
Pays 10,000 to 1. You put a crisp tenner. We only put $3.30 on
Yep.
it each. We get together. We put
Find
a
them,
tenner on it. No legs from me in the first
Okay.
game. No
Wow.
legs from
Yeah,
me in
sure.
Melbourne Gold
That's all
Coast. But we've invented the 2468 AFL challenge.
I want this on a t-shirt or at a hat.
2468 AFL challenge. So there's a famous challenge in America when you go to the baseball called
Yep.
the 9, 9, and 9 challenge.
Yep.
9 beers,
Yep.
9 hot dogs,
Yep.
9 innings of baseball.
Beautiful.
Right? I'm like, that is awesome. I see it all over my Insta, people having a crack, they fail, they hit it, they walk out smashed, they walk out full. It's very funny. So I'm like, what is the AFL equivalent of the 999 challenge? And I've come up with the 2468 AFL challenge.
This is awesome.
2 gym beams,
Yep.
4 quarters of footy,
Yep.
6 meat pies, and 8 beers.
I love it.
You
Amazing.
start when the first ball is bounced and have to be finished by the final siren.
Awesome.
Say it again. 2 gym beams, 4 quarters of
quarters,
footy, 6 meat pies, 8 beers. We're having a crack on Saturday at Melbourne Gold Coast. Can't wait. Also, I reckon Gold Coast absolutely going to smash Melbourne. I reckon they're going to smash them. You can get $3.50 for the Suns to win by 25 plus.
Yep.
You can get $6.50 for the Suns to win by 40 plus. And I'm going to try and get a market with PointsBet. I'm going to try and make a special market. I'm in talks of now. It's going to be called the Shaq and Kobe multi.
Ooh, nice.
For Shaq and Kobe, or as the AFL equivalent of Shaq and Kobe, Jed Walter and Bailey Humphrey to combine for 5 goals this weekend. They're going to run wild on the G.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to run wild. So keep your eyes peeled on our 100K gambling Insta for that market, the Shaq and Kobe multi, but no legs for me in the 100K Morgs. Lou.
Unbelievable. Das, give me John Global Noble. We know.
Nice.
He's built his career on vodka and family. We
Yes,
know that
he
after
has.
that famous interview with Mike Oxlong. It burns bright in our minds, that interview.
Yeah.
If this was a Sunday, I'd be pushing for 20, but I'm just going for 15 disposals.
Nice.
$1.17. It's just a Saturday leg. He had 19 against the Eagles, but the Demons, I think a better opposition. I think he should be more involved with the footy. Zambrero's the face-off, I should say. 17% on my money. He's just too good to say no to. 15 disposals just to get a tick, get away. $1.17.
I love it. That's a great way to kick off the night.
you,
He's played the MCG a lot.
Has to be.
We're really confident in the league. Boys, this man's built like a linebacker. He's got the hair of Joe Dirt and the class of Ronaldo.
Nice.
Bailey, Kobe Bean Humphrey.
Yes.
For one snag. Boys, this is $1.70. And I've got a feeling that if he does kick one, he's going to hit the old, get it out, the bear time.
Yep.
He's going to hit the bear time. So he didn't kick one last week. He had 5 direct goal assists. He had almost about 20 touches. He's back home in Victoria. I think he's going to want to show. I reckon he's going to have a lot of friends from Gippsland, just a few boys coming down the road. So absolutely love him at $1.70. It's a pretty big leg, but He's friend of the program.
Of course.
We had to put him in the first time we could.
We absolutely love him. Can't wait to watch him play.
No more legs, Morgs?
No more legs,
All
mate.
right, let's get into the next game. St Kilda and Richmond, Jev. This 2 weeks ago, if you told me, no, before the season, I would have said this is going to be an absolute tie fire of a game.
Yep.
I'm excited to watch
Absolutely.
this. I'm actually really excited to watch this. The Saints were awesome. They were competitive. The Tigers, I know they don't play too well at Marvel, but I'm still excited for this one. Jev, any legs?
I've got a leg, but I've got a new betting theory for the Saints when they play under the lid.
Okay.
Every time the Saints are an underdog under the lid, you have to bet on them head to head.
Yep.
I bet you they win 3 to 4 times a year in the Esky as underdogs.
Okay.
And if you take them every time, you're going to make profit over the season.
I'm in.
I think they were like $3.50, nearly $4 against the Cats. The Cats are $1.25.
high threes for sure.
So then you've got 4 more games of cracks at them.
Yep, love
so
it.
yeah, anyway, my leg in this thing. Give me their best player, Nasai Wanganeen-Malira
it's
for
tongue
Brendan
twister.
Favola for 25 touches
Nice.
at
That's a good
$1.37.
bet.
I headed to the StatMate app to see his form.
Yep.
StatMate app's free, by the way, now, boys. You just go.
Yeah, got some
you
good stats.
you get it for free.
It's a
You
good
get,
deal.
you get every stat. Gives you all the best odds. It's unbelievable. He started the season with 27 and 29. He averaged 25 in the icebox last year. It's against Richmond, who gave up touches for fun against Port last week. His initials, NWM, actually stand for no worries, mate.
Well done.
I'll get you 25.
Nice.
The Nasai Wanganeen-Malira for 25 touches, a Brendan Favola, a Fev at $1.37. Let's get rolling, Lou.
Loved it. I'm struggling a bit on Richmond at the moment, Das. I left Port and Richmond alone last week.
Yep.
I left it again. I like Seth Campbell for a snag, but second game on a Saturday isn't what we want to be riding on. Saints at the Igloo is an iffy one for me, so I just left it alone.
I love it. And the dogs came bounding over. Oh, this bloke, boys. This bloke, absolutely. He's more lively than a butcher's dog, as we all know. This bloke goes downhill quicker than the Giants off-season Mad Monday jokes.
Oh.
That's how quick he gets home.
Jesus.
Jack Higgins for 2 snags, $1.50. He took the piss under the lid last week.
Yep.
He kicked 4. He's kicked 6 goals so far this year. He's a superstar, Jack. And also, you know what I love? It's against his old mob.
Yep.
There's always something in it against your old mob. So we love that. Do we have any more legs?
They could kick the absolute piss out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
100%.
They could beat the piss out of them.
Oh, yeah. Could they what?
And he
Fuel
could kick
price.
9. He could kick 9.
Well,
unless he gets Voston.
I didn't ladder him last week, and I only just put money on him for 5.
Yeah, Steve.
And I was hoping that I was
One
like, come
more.
on, Jackie boy. But he's good. Any more legs?
No,
All right, let's get into it. So we've got 2 Saturday night games. I know people are complaining. They're like, why are they both starting at the same time? It's because we weren't meant to have the cyclone. Hawks, Giants, Jev.
Grand final preview. Prelim preview.
Yeah.
Hawks Giants.
Like it.
I-
Like it a
Definitely
lot.
a chance.
Yep.
Give me Toby Green anytime at $1.18.
Yeah,
I dead set think this bloke is the best player in the competition right now, and I'm only taking him for 1 goal. You're getting $1.95 for him to kick 2, which he had the game before the bye. You're getting $4.25 for him to kick 3, which he had the game before the bye.
Nice.
You're getting $3.20 for him to have 20 touches, which he had the game before the bye.
Ladder.
But we're just taking him for 1 snag at $1.18 to keep these green ticks rolling on
Let's go.
Saturday.
Done it again,
So
Jeff.
Toby Green,
You've
1
done it
snag.
again.
Let's go. He's a star.
McCain.
$1.18, that's really nice. Das, give me the battle axe, the
Oh,
battle
nice.
prod, the bat and ball, battle man and Robin, bat camp, the bat and the hat, points bat, bat McAfee, Tom Barras. I'm of course talking Josh Battle, 15 disposals at $1.25.
Nice.
He averaged 17 last year, so he's always around the mark.
Yep.
And obviously he's gone to a new level. He's 2 games at 2025, 21 and 19. The only time he's ever played in Tassie. Interesting little stat.
Here we go.
As a Saint against the Hawks. So now a Hawk against the Saints. He loves the spirit of Tassie. No worries for old Bat McAfee.
Bat McAfee was awesome. All right.
Josh Battle's nickname is Bat McAfee.
I might have to try and follow you in here. Give me the sorcerer, the warlock, the male witch, the Magnus, the oculist, the enchanter, the genius, the maestro, the professional, the prodigy. Give me the wizard, Nick Watson, for 2 snags at $1.85. Boys, this is my stat mate leg of the week.
Yep.
Listen to this. He's kicked 12 goals in his last 5 games.
That equals 1 or 2.
As a home team in the last few home and away games, so in the last 4 games,
Yep.
home and away,
to
he's kicked 3, 3, 3, 3.
a
They're,
star.
they're a home team.
Yep.
They're a home team. So we should like him for 3. We're only going to take him for 2 at $1.85. The Wizard. I love that you had a little bit of a prelogue of that.
no doubt.
Bat McAfee, I think, could be one of my favourite all season. Jev, anything?
Is he the best small forward in the comp?
He is at the moment.
Is he the best small forward in the comp?
Second for mine.
Who's best?
We'll touch on
To
him.
be continued.
Yeah, no.
No, I love it.
Beautiful. All right, so we're moving on to the last Saturday night game, or the second Saturday night game. Brisbane Geelong. This is meant to be the opening round, opening crack dazzler, but instead we've got it right now. Jev, who do you like?
Give me Geelong's cash cow.
Yep.
The Woodville West Torrens Warrior. The man whose nickname is the Wombat. Tyson Tangle for a stag. At $1.33.
Well done.
He just kicks him. He gets it done week in, week out. He has an argument for the best small forward in the comp.
Nice.
He gets it done. So Tyson Stengel, 1 goal. Let's go.
Love it.
Start on fire here.
The,
Start on fire.
the male witch is a personal favourite. It's simple.
male witch.
Male witch is awesome.
Nice.
My stat mate leg of the week. Thanks to stat mate. Now free, by the way. If you haven't
Is
heard.
it free?
Callum, is it Callum or Callum? Callum Archie anytime at $1.32. I think $1.32 is ridiculous. The Cats were flatter than Sampang tonight last week, Das. And Cal Archie's in Dua Lipa-like form, the boy. He just gets out the back like your uncle on Christmas night, this bloke. Did you see him on the weekend? He kicked 3, all of them out the back.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Can we stay goal side of old Callum? I knew he was in good form, went to Statmate to make sure, and geez, did I confirm it. He's kicked 4 in 2 weeks, 3 against the Cats in the prelim, so the form's there against the opposition.
Form's there.
He's kicked 8 in his last 5 at the Gabba with 3 last week. $1.32 had me like a kid in a candy store.
We're just
Das.
taking him for 1.
Just one.
Oh,
At $1.
32.
We're on fire.
That is.
We're on fire.
Mate, this multi looks awesome. Pack your bags. Pack your clothes. We're gonna get a double Bundy. We're gonna get a Termy. Give me the airport luggage. Hugh McCluggage. 20 touches, boys, at $1.17. He's hit 9 out of the last 10 games. His last 2 games against the Cats last year, he had 27, 26. To put on a bet like this, it takes dare. It takes courage. But it's all gravy when you've got Hugh McCluggage.
Well done. Well finished.
Thank you, mate. Jeff,
That's
anything else?
No, nothing for me. Great
Morgs?
start.
This show.
Morgs?
No, thanks.
I've actually got one more leg.
Yeah, good.
Up Syndrome's brother. Normie El Baggio, Ricardo El Smithio. Will Ashcroft for 20 touches, boys. At $1.25.
European.
He's 100% his last 9 games. When the stats back up the form, you got to take the norm.
Well done.
Nice.
Jeez, you're on. This is a poet tonight.
I've gone back to back.
Nice.
Will Ashcroft. So that gets us through the Saturday slate, boys. And it's now time for the most lucrative segment in all the sports. It's Gold Rush. Morgs, let's try that again. Gold Rush. The best bets that we weren't on, but we wish we were. This segment is powered by Statmates, boys. Let's have a look at. Are we going 1 goals? There weren't any much value for 1 goals.
Yeah, we've got a couple. 1 snag. Libba for 1, which I love this. 350. This is why I like the ones. The mids
Come on.
pick 1. Libba 350. Colby McKercher 350. Your man Jeff. Mitch Hinge hungover from a 21st. I have reports.
Finger and butthole.
$4 for 1. Riley Bice, the Bicentennial.
God,
He was unreal. $5. And then Wayne Malira at $6 is really good value.
Great value.
Nice. Let's go for 2 snags. Same thing, Morgs. I'll go cheapest to most expensive. Tyler Brockman, $10.
Yep.
Dewa. Is it Dewa?
Tyrell Dua.
Dua.
Leaper.
Dewa it is, $13. Marcus Winager, $14 for 2
yes.
snags. Steel side ass toe ball,
Yes.
$17. And Jack Sinclair for 2 snags, $19.
That's
Both
very
the ones
nice.
I was talking about, 2 goal watch.
Half-backs.
Toe ball was the one. That was the one.
Yes.
that went on. Steel
Jack
side on.
Sinclair, he's a half-back.
I know.
Should have got on it. Jeff, any for 3
Yeah,
snags?
3 snags. Liam Ryan kicked 3 in the first half. He was $9. Sammy Draper kicked 3 sideways. He was $9.
Nice.
Ben Keys kicked 4, but for 3 you got $10.
Nice.
Cade Chandler had his best game for Melbourne. He kicked 3, got $12.
Good chin.
And Zach Merritt also kicked 4, but for 3 you got $34 for Zach Merritt to kick 3.
Fantastic.
4 goals, Lou. Anyone?
Funny story about Sam Draper, actually. I saw him down the cafe in Richmond. I was behind him in line when we were ordering a coffee. He looked at me while he was ordering. It was unbelievable.
That's good.
For 4, Sam Darcy. We've talked about him enough on the 100K, just in the whole 100K hemisphere.
Nice.
We're all in on Sam Darcy. Josh Rochelle, shout out to him. He kicked 4 at $10.
Shout out.
What a shout out. Cameron Zerha, 4. Devon.
Dudley.
Bubba of the Dudleys, he
Nice.
kicked 4 at $11. Jack Higgins kicked 4 at $11. And then your man does. Ben Keys at a whopping 29-1 for 4.
And I had him.
Well done, mate.
All right, time for some touches on the pigskin. So we had Harris Andrews. So these are all 20 touches. Harris Andrews for 20 was $4.25. We might have to have a look at this. Tyrell Dua for 20 touches at $4.25. Matt Cottrell had 20 at $10. Cade Chandler had 20 at 13. He actually had 25. I think you might touch on. And then Paul Curtis had 20 touches at $14.
Unbelievable
Which is
form.
unbelievable, Jeff.
25 touches. Chris Judd, Zach Jones had 27. He got
Did he
$6. Mason Wood for 26. For 25 got $6.50. Marcus Windhager beat Max Holmes, had 25 touches, kicked 2 goals, got $7 for 25.
Nice.
Tom Sparrow paid $8 for 25, and Ryan Marrick, 25 was $14.
That's a lot of money.
He was real good, mate. And Derm's a big fan.
He was
of him.
supposed to be in the multi this week. I forgot all about it. So
That's all right. In the personals.
That's on me.
Jai Wingnut Newcomb, he had 32 for $4, which is really nice. $4, I mean, that's quite low for Gold Rush, but for Newcomb for 30, that's a good bet.
You got to touch on it.
Probably should have been on it. Tom Power, 31, could have got $5 for
Probably
him.
should have been on it.
Unbelievable. And then my boy Jaeger O'Meara had 32 in back-to-back weeks. Could have got $19 for 32.
It's unbelievable. And we had 5 players to touch the ball 35 times. Jack McRae, the best player in the league, according to Supercoach. $3. Nick Dacos was $4. Lockie Neal, good comeback game, $4.25. Clayton Oliver was $5. And Zach Merritt, $5.50. Beautiful. What a game that he played. That is Gold Rush. The best bets we weren't on, but we wish we were. The halfback, you did call it, something we have to look at in the personals for this week. Boys, let's get on to the Sunday slate. We've only got 2 games to get through, so we're going to start off with the grand final preview. They're calling it Adelaide versus North Melbourne. Jeff, who do you like?
Liver King! We're still getting $1.85 for Liver King Riley Thilthorpe to kick 2. I can't believe it. He ate Ben Mackay's liver for fucking lunch last week.
Did.
He gobbled it up. He absolutely dominated on the G. He's a freak. Do you guys remember last year?
Yeah.
I had the take. The Saints should call up Adelaide and offer them Max King and try and get Riley Thilthorpe and Adelaide's first in return.
I do remember that.
Now that deal would have to be the opposite.
Yep.
It'd have to be Max King in the first to get Riley Thilthorpe to the Saints.
Yep.
He is clearly the better player, and I'd take him every day of the week and twice on Sundays, and I'm taking him twice on Sunday to kick 2 snags at $1.85. I can't believe we're still getting $1.85. I think it's the biggest lock of the weekend again.
2 livers. Who's he going to take? Is he going to take Griffin Logue and
He'll put a knee.
Aiden Core?
He'll put a knee into Charlie Combin's liver, and then he'll eat Griffin Logue's. Aiden Core's liver.
Before, I want to preface this league, right?
Preface.
So,
Preface away.
what I want to do is I want to throw to a clip. All right, something I heard during the week, and it annoyed me a little. So we'll throw the clip up.
Paul Curtis is a serious footballer. He's a serious footballer. Keep your eye on Paul.
Fucking hell.
We know he's a good footballer. We've been barking it for 2 years, Kingy. Listen to the show. Keep your eye on Paul Curtis or whatever he said. We've been talking about him for 24 months. Called him All-Australian. Said he's on track for 35. He's kicked 6 in 2 weeks. Listen up.
All right, here we go.
Give me Paul the Lobster Omelette Curtis for a goal, $1.30. Spike Dudley, he's the Lobster Omelette dough because when you bet on him the next day, you can afford lobster. He just brings you cash. Started the year like Philip Matera, this bloke. Kicking 3 against the Pups, 3 against Simon, doesn't win. Can he get a win on the board?
No.
For God's sake. On track for 35. I've said it before. $1.30. I was $1.30 last week. I'm $1.30 this week. I just come off the back of 3. How am I not $1.28 at least?
Unbelievable.
But honestly, all Australian form, this bloke. Paul Curtis, better than the male witch, Nick Watson.
Oh,
That's my league. Lobster omelette.
Great work.
pull us.
A lot of effort for this gag.
El Curtosius.
Welcome back, El Curtos.
Give me one half of the 3D Nation. Cam Zerha, Bubba Ray, baby.
Love it. Love
He's
it.
going to get one snag here, boys, for $1.15. Round 1. He kicked 1 goal, 4. It wasn't good. Then mirrored it. 4 goals, 1.
Yep.
Last week against the D's, boys, 4 snags when it mattered. His last 4 times against the Crows, 3, 1, 2, 2. I like that. It's an average of 2 over 4. We only need him for 1, boys. $1.15. We're going with the Dudleys. We have to take
Absolutely.
it. Paul Curtis. I'm going Bubba Ray. I absolutely love this league. Jeff.
Devon!
What?
Get the tables! I'm taking the final Dudley boy for 2 snags at $1.65. You've got Paul Curtis. You've got Kamzerha. I'm taking Nick Larkey for 2 because he's an absolute goddamn superstar.
Yep.
The Dudley boys will run wild on the Adelaide Oval on Sunday, then head straight out for the Darcy Fogarty Dirty Double.
Yep.
Pack 'em Marlborough Reds, Woodshed for the Mechanical Bullen of Smirnoff Ice, into the Crazy Horse Strippers where they will 3D ding a Fogarty straight through a table. Give me the Dudley boys to just run wild. Larky 2, Curtis 1, Zerha 1, awesome legs.
So
Well
is the
done.
equivalent of a 3D. You know, they throw one up, one person. It's one has to give a handball over the top into a goal square, the other one goes in. That's the 3D.
Yeah,
If it happens-
that's so
Yeah,
good.
it's like over the top,
player.
and then someone goes in and goes
We'll
through.
address as the Dudley boys next week if it happens.
We did that.
We are making a Dudley boys next time.
I want to find that photo.
Two bubbers.
I went as Devon.
Two
And it was
Two bubbers. Two bubbers.
it was a different time.
2 bubbers.
Yeah, 2
I'm
bubbers.
obviously Spike.
You look so much like Spike
Why are you
Dudley.
dressing him tonight?
Any more legs, Morgs?
Yeah, give me old Dinger Fogarty. Big foghorn leghorn for 2 at $1.85. This bloke is a bowling machine for snags, a buffet breakfast of ticks,
Nice.
a beehive of cash.
Nice.
This bloke has the biggest quads in the league. Fog reverses into the shower. He's having, he sleeps top and tail with himself. He's having Fog's thighs rubbed together like 2 X's in a country town.
Nice.
This guy.
Keep going, Paul. This is good
I don't
stuff.
anymore. He has 7 in 2 weeks. He's 70% on his
Nice.
last 20 games. So 70% a little bit low, but over a 20-game span to kick 2 is pretty impressive. North just don't have the size to match up on Tex, Thilthorpe, Liver King, and my boy Fog. What am I getting for that? $1.85 for 2. So what did we say? That's 5 goals altogether. That's no worries for the
Oh,
Dudley
I fucking
boys.
love that. Well done, Paul. Hey, when you need to get into your shed, you need your shed keys. When you need to take your motorbike for your spin, you need your motorbike keys.
He's gag.
When you need someone to kick 2 snags, you use your Ben keys, boys, at $1.45. This bloke works harder than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. He looks like Tarzan, runs like a Safa Bow, and he plays like the goddamn Rennie Stew, boys. $2.30 for the Punisher. It was only $1.45 for one. We're taking him for 2 at $2.30, Jeb. Now, I've got something. I want to call him the Punisher. Is this the new thing that every team wants? So if you're a team in the premiership window, is the Punisher the most valuable position in football coming forward? So is this the sort of player to take your team over the edge? In a good side where so many people have to look after your stars, whether you have to look after Thilthorpe, Fogarty, Dawson, Rankin.
Yep.
Who's going to go to Ben Keys?
Oh.
You need someone.
Probably Clarko.
You need someone that can run your ass all day,
Yep.
up the ground, come all the way back, play 200-metre football, and hit the scoreboard.
Yep.
The Punisher. Like, who's going to take him? And the one time that someone goes to him and draws the attention, Rankin's free out the back. Dawson's free out the back.
Neil Bull.
Every team needs a Punisher.
Yep.
Yep.
Is he the prototype of football going forward? Every team needs one.
Yeah, you
so I'm
need a
taking the
Punisher.
Punisher for $2.30. It's unbelievable.
Nick Martin.
This is great stuff.
Mate,
stay goal
the
side.
Punisher. Tell me who else is your Punisher.
It is going to be raining snags on Adelaide. over
Oh,
on
so
Sunday.
we wanted to look at as well because we got 3 players for 2 snags. Do you have another league?
No, yeah, I got one more leg. But anyway, Liver King for 2, Thilthorpe for Fogarty for 2, Ben Keys for 2.
Yeah.
Like, it's too many players to kick 2. Round 1, how many players kick
6.
2? And then against Essendon, how many players
7.
kick multiples?
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
They're just kicking snags. They kicked
Yep.
160 points. They kicked 25 goals on the weekend.
Nice.
We're for 6 of those 25 goals. Last leg in this game, Jordan Dawson is a goddamn superstar.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a goddamn
amazing.
superstar.
Yep.
If he gets coaches' votes again this weekend, where will he be on the pyramid next week?
5.
Top 5? He's playing like a top 5 player in the comp right now.
Yep.
He's the head of the best attack in the comp right now.
Yep.
He's like, he makes him tick. He just gets it done. He's the captain.
All-Australian captain.
All-Australian captain right now, 100%.
Him or
I'm
Zach?
taking him for a fev.
Love it.
Nice.
25 touches.
Nice.
Beautiful.
25 touches,
Alouche.
$1.35 to keep the multi ticking. So Jordan Dawson, 25. Let's roll.
I love that.
Any more legs, Morgs?
I had him for a snag last week. Let us down. Oh, not in the multi, but in the personals.
Yeah,
a couple,
nice.
couple of punters clubs that should be listening.
Yeah,
Sorry
beautiful.
about that, boys. But I like him for a snag this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
All
we'll
right, boys.
touch on that.
We're going to get on to the Sunday Bachelors game. We got the first derby of the season.
Oh, here we go.
West Coast and Fremantle. Boys, who do you like? Jeff, who do you like?
I'm telling you, Fremantle have forgotten the words to their club song. They haven't sung it since July 27th. If they win this weekend, this is how Caleb Sarong and the boys are going to sing the song. We are the free.
Oh, we're from Freo. Purple and white. No, that's not it.
The Freo. They don't know the lyrics. They don't win football games. They have not sung the song since July 27th. It's been over 6 months. It's getting ugly. So for that reason, I am taking Caleb Sarong for 30 touches
Yep, put it on him.
at $2.10. Needs to prove he isn't the most overrated player in the comp. Right now, he's more overrated than a farmer's market. Up until round 20 last year, he averaged 30 touches a game.
Yeah, he did.
Since that moment, since July 27th, he has averaged 23 touches and they've gone 0-6 since and not sung the song. They've forgotten the lyrics. He's had no impact on winning football whatsoever since July 27th. So I'm taking Caleb Sarong for 30 touches at $2.10.
Nice.
He will also win the Ross Glendenning medal and Freo will win by 40 points. If he doesn't get 30 touches, he's out of my pyramid next week.
Okay.
That's fair.
I think that's fair. If he does not have 30 touches in a win, he's out of the pyramid.
Yep.
You can't just be a 22 touch player that loses every week in the top 21 players in the comp. I'm sick of him.
Yep.
I think he's the most overrated player in the comp. He's more overrated than a farmer's market. I was the first person in Australia to call him overrated. Now I'm looking like a genius. So Caleb Strong has to prove he's a top 21 player.
You go to the farmers market every 2 weeks.
You
love it.
Yeah, no, so you know how Caleb Sarong kicked a snag last week?
Yeah.
I go to the farm market, I get a pie. It's a great pie.
It's
a good pie.
pies.
And then you walk around, there's a load of shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crap. I just go for the pie and then I'm out of there because
Nice.
it is overrated crap.
The old pie
You're paying like
sauce
$17 for 12 eggs.
Good egg.
You pay 17 for that pie, though. That pie's good. You'd pay 17 for that pie.
So what I'm annoyed at as well, we haven't checked in on if you weren't happy with track a couple of weeks ago, getting the eggs in bed to us for breakfast. We got an update on any eggs.
I just want Track to give me eggs in bed.
Talked about he's a lawyer and his missus is making him eggs, and it all got a bit weird in the studio.
Yeah,
you eating any eggs, Trev? Or the old shortage hit you?
I actually don't know.
I think the diehards will get that. We might even cut that.
No, don't.
Well, I cut it.
No, that's good stuff.
Give me Jaeger O'Meara for 20 disposals,
The bomb.
$1.30. $1.30 for a bloke that's had back-to-back 30 disposals is outrageous. I told you last week, you all seemed a little bit surprised, Darth.
Yeah.
And we even teased the 20 down to the 15, but he had the 30. I told you this vanilla game plan from Justin Longmanure is cheese. I don't
Longmanure's
like
good.
it. We've had a lot of comments in the DMs as well saying they want to get rid of him. So interesting. Justin, I called him John, I think. But it suits the ancient 31-year-old. He's only 31 and we're treating him like he's 50. He'll just gobble up. I'm Sam Morgovich. You know it makes sense.
That's so good.
Right.
You would know who this bloke was, even if he was your lead weatherman on your television for a decade. Give me the weatherman, Mike Larkin. Oh, Driscoll, my Driscoll, for 20 touches, boys, at $1.30. This bloke can turn a game like a three-quarter time Williamstown 7-goal breeze. This bloke has a left foot slipper like Matt Suckling. I'm convinced he has hand-like foot reflexes with his feet. I reckon he brushes his teeth with his left foot. I reckon he does. He drives with his left foot. He scratches his head with his left foot. It's unbelievable.
Larkin.
He's had 25 touches hhis last 2 weeks. Oh, Driscoll, my Driscoll. So 20 touches, boys. Absolutely love this.
So you're taking Nathan O'Driscoll for 20
Touches. $1.30.
O'Driscoll, my Driscoll.
It all makes sense.
It does.
If you know, you know. Now you know.
Give me Pizza Hut for 3 snags
Yeah,
at
right
$2.15. If you're new to the show, the reason we call Josh Tracy Pizza Hut is because his form line for kick and snag sounds like Pizza Hut's phone number, 131166. This is his actual form the last 5 though. 41333. He's been kicking bucket loads
close.
of snags.
It's awesome.
41333, 131166. He
It's all the
kicks a
same.
lot of snags. It all adds up to the same. He had an awesome battle with Tom McCartan last week. He'll kick 3 against the Eagles at $2.15 at home, Sunday night, Derby. They need to win a game.
Yep.
They need to sing the song. How do they sing the song? Oh, God, that's good stuff. So Josh Tracy, 3 goals. Pizza Hut, 3 goals. $2.15. Great leg.
And that wraps up the multi for round 3. Jev, I believe, how much do we actually have on this? Like 10?
A flat $10.
No
just
way.
A crisp 10 to win 102,995.
Oh, the extra 2 is going to be nice.
That extra 2,000 right there. So just a crisp tenner.
Yep, love it.
Smack.
Read it
Didn't
out,
need to
Kev.
go on it. So we're starting with Melbourne Gold Coast. Bailey Humphrey anytime. John Noble 15. We head
Fair
over to
times.
the lid. Under the lid, St Kilda Richmond. Jack Higgins for 2. Nasai Wangani Malira for 25. Go up to Brisbane. Brisbane Geelong.
Nice.
Hugh McCluggage for 20.
Yep.
Will Ashcroft for 20.
Nice.
Callum Archie for a goal. Tyson Stengel for a goal. Then we go all the way down to Tassie.
Where we going?
Hawthorn
Yep.
GWS.
Nice.
Nick Watson for 2.
Wizard.
Josh Battle for 15. Toby Green to kick 1 goal. That's Saturday.
Love it.
Saturday's done. We should be alive. That's
Bat McAfee.
all green ticks. Then we wake up. It's sunny in Adelaide. Adelaide Oval, 3:20. Adelaide versus North. Ben Keys for 2. Paul Curtis anytime. Nick Larkey for 2. Riley Thilthorpe for 2. Cam Zerha anytime. Darcy Fogarty for 2. Jordan Dawson 25.
Nice.
Then we head over to the West. West Coast Fair for a derby. Nathan O'Driscoll, my Driscoll
Driscoll.
for 20 touches.
Larkin.
Caleb Sarong for 30. Josh Tracy to kick 3. And Jaeger O'Meara for 20 touches. $10 gets you 102,995. That is an absolute chance. It's one of my
Nice.
favourite bets we'll put
Definitely
on.
a chance.
Let's go.
The weatherman, Nathan O'Driscoll, my Driscoll, is fantastic. Boys, that's a fantastic multi. We want to see at least, if we can get through to Sunday, you guys will know if we get through to Sunday.
will you what?
You will know if we get through to Sunday. So that wraps up the multi for round 3. Now, We do have a monstrous next about 20, 25 minutes coming up. Coming up after the break, guys, we have the ramble. We have the 5 for 25s, a bit of chatter. So we're going to go over Thursday, Friday night football and anything else that comes to our brains in this last little bit.
Would you take the under-over on us being 30?
Oh, we'll be right back. The Sunday Roast is back for season 2025, Jeff.
Oh, the show where we celebrate the winners and roast the losers.
You can find us every Sunday night after the Bachelor's game where we get on, and Jeff, it's one hell of a show.
We give you the best odds and the best opinions, but the best odds are the bet you weren't on, but wish you were on.
It is out 6 a.m. every single Monday morning after the round concludes.
Listen to it driving to work Monday morning. You'll absolutely love it. The Sunday Roast.
Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we are back. It is now officially time for Morgs Hit the Stinger, the Ramble, and also what is going to be coming up is
the underwhelming.
The rolling
intro
multi
suits it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a
prick of a segment.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. So Thursday night, I'm currently 0-2 on Dobe Thursdays. I've had 2 Carlton games to bet with.
That's the problem. The blues in there we don't want.
They've all been losing legs. All my other legs have got up, which is the only one was Nick Watson.
You bet on Charlie Kerno to kick 2 last week. I'd be surprised if he covered 2 kilometres. He was on a trend.
He was no good. So
underdone.
So let's get into it, boys. Essendon, Port Adelaide, under the lid at Marvel. Oh, this screams. If there's a player that jumps out at you, who is it? Who comes to mind? Now remember, Lukosius is out as well. Broken kneecap. He could be out for 3 to 4 months. Who dominates here his last 2 games?
Do you know someone?
The Hornet.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
he loves it.
The Hornet absolutely dominates
Yep.
in the Ice House. So I'll be taking him for some snags. Jeff, is there anything you like?
Yeah, absolutely. Who would you boys rather at the Carlton Footy Club, at the Blues? Connor Rosie or Zach Merritt? Zach Merritt is averaging 32 and 3.
Zach Merritt.
And Connor Rosie is averaging 37 and 1 to start the season.
Oh,
That's how they've both started the season. 37 and 1 for Rosie, 32 and 3 for Zach Merritt. If you take them both for 30 and 1 on Thursday night, that multi pays $11.20.
Yeah, wow.
30 and 1. So Merritt for 30 is $1.80. Rosie for 30 is $1.80. Merritt for 1's $1.80. Rosie for 1's $1.80. All adds up to $1.
Can I tell you right now,
I really like that.
I genuinely think, and Zach Merritt could be all-Australian in all phases. He'd be an all-Australian halfback, all-Australian midfielder. He could play forward like a Dillmore role if he was in a good side and literally just play forward and be like Connor Rosie probably can as well. He's a really good footballer. Zach Merritt is an unbelievable footballer. His finishing ability, like his left foot, he always gets to it. Like any time that they've always needed a goal last year, he'll just pluck one out in the 4th quarter. Like watching him last week, it was just like, it was like Cripps like 5 years ago when we had the worst list. He's like, boys, can someone come with me?
I think that's one of my all-time favourite calls of yours, Das.
If you're watching this deep, I've got a little nugget for you.
Here we go.
We know people.
If it happens again this weekend, there's a chance he's number 1 on the pyramid next week.
Zach
Merritt.
For sure.
Not many players can have 36 and 4.
Yeah, it's a good call.
32 and 3 average to start your 2 weeks. If he does it again, if Willem Drew goes to him and he does it again, if he works off with 30 and 2 again,
Yep.
and they lose again, it's like, it's not him. It is not him, and it's time to free our guy, Zach Merritt. So this game is going to be, as you said, Dust, this could be a multi-paradise.
So you're saying pyramid implications?
Yeah, sure.
100%.
I am.
The wrestling in my head is I'm big on winning. So NBA All-Stars, All-Australian, I like it leading to winning. But you're 100% right. What more could he have done to lead to winning?
No.
It's not like he's Devin Booker going out there and just getting his shot. This man is killing it. So what more could he do? So I think it's a good call for me.
So I've got 2 players I'm going to ladder. I'm going to ladder Jason Horn-Francis for goals, but I didn't get this guy last week. He's my old man's favourite player. Salt and Pepper. Sam Powell Pepper, he's tough as nails. And I just love the fact that he's going to get a few more chances under the lid. So for 2 goals is 210. That's a good start for Sam Powell Pepper. For 3 snags, 475. I'll be having a little piece of that. For 4 goals, which is definitely a chance, $12.
Yep.
And then for 5 goals, we got him for $29.
Perfect.
We've just seen the Bombers have had a lot of score kicked on.
Yeah.
And look, this might be a game where they just get it together, they lock it down a little bit more, but Port Adelaide, they still made a prelim last year. I know they're missing some players. I know they're missing Zach Butters, but they showed me enough last week where they were front-running enough where it's just like, maybe they can be a little bit too quick. Maybe they can be a little bit too classy. And then with Lukosius out, you've got Like, I don't even think Asava's playing anymore or playing forward. Like,
where's Asava?
I don't know. Did he get another contract? They've got Mitch Georgiades there, but then they're missing who's the other? Todd Marshall's not playing as well. I think Sam Powell-Pepper's a bully, and I think this could be a side that he really goes after. Any other leagues that you like?
I'm on 2-goal watch. I'm on 2-goal watch every game. And the two that stick out to me are both Bombers. So Sam Draper at 280.
Yep.
I think under the lid, I think 280 is really nice.
Yep.
The one that stands out even more so is Zach Merritt, though. 650. He's on the back of 4 and 2.
That's you have
650
to bet
is
on that.
way too much.
Another one that stands out for me is Kane Farrell. We're getting 17-1.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
2 off the half back under the lid.
I know that Zach Butters isn't playing Darce, but I was at Blues Port last year. One thing that I think Marvel is good for Port is it really it helps their midfield. Like, their midfield is their strength, especially when Butters
They always
is in.
seem to do pretty well there.
Yeah, I think it's underratedly how well they play at Marvel. So that's one to watch.
Let's go.
That's great intel.
Who you got? Who?
No, like that. Sometimes it just ends abruptly. Like, I apologize.
Thank God. We've covered that game well.
We've actually summed that up really well.
So the line. Let's have a pick of our tips here, Jev.
There's nothing.
Jev, if
than
you
a podcast that tips.
Jev, what tip are you going to take, Jev?
I'm gonna lean.
Take the line. No, so Port minus 7.5. You going?
No, I'll take the Bombers plus 7.5.
So will I.
I will take. I hate both sides. The Bombers probably keep it close. They might even. It's got to be primetime underdogs at Essendon, but I'm taking Port Adelaide.
The Bombers are certainties.
You've called it.
Plus 7.5 certainties.
No, head to head. Bombers.
All right, let's get to the most important game of the week. There's one whole team season on the line. If they don't win this, you can throw finals in the bin. So, and one of the greatest calls ever that I made in the off-season, will John Longmire get a call if they're zipping 3?
HR zipping 3.
Maybe.
They are cheeks, the Blues. They are dead set crap. Dogs, Carlton.
Nuts.
Is it under the lid? Are we going back to back under the lid?
Marble.
It'll be freezing.
Yep.
You got Sam Darcy. Talk to me about the Blues. Do they win this game? Talk to me about the Blues.
I was meant to write down something and stick it on the board. It's going to be most outrageous call I've had all year, and I was just going to stick it up there as long as we win. As long as we win. So imagine I'm writing something down.
Happening?
I'm putting it there.
Okay.
As long as they win, it's going to be most outrageous call of the year.
And when do we reveal?
Well, if they lose, I'll reveal it. But if they win, it stays there until the end of the season.
Smart.
And I'll put money on it this weekend.
There's your cliffhanger.
It's nice. Yeah, if it's terrible, I'll just scrape it off. So we've won 2 of our last 11. We've all heard it. I want to see someone put their head over the onion or just clean or just clean someone up. I want to see someone just show a bit. Because Libba's going to push him around.
Yep.
Matt Kennedy's going to fuck him up.
Matt Kennedy is going to put his fist up Cottrell's butt and play him like a puppet. I reckon.
The ramble.
You reckon?
Yeah, I hope not. But yeah, you're probably right.
So at the start of every week, I'm like, you know what, we're cheeks. After we finish, we're cheeks, we're butt. And then we get back to the new week. I'm like, you know what, just got to be optimistic. Imagine if we go and beat them by 60. And then we're all the way back. And then we go beat the Pies Morgs and we're all the way back. Am I living in a fantasy world?
I think you are.
Am I?
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Worried watch.
There's nothing to be excited about right now, Jeff, as a Blue.
You can't.
I'd be way more excited if I was a Saint. I'd be way more excited if I was a Tig. And you think about where the expectations are for them right now. But you see, I know Richmond had there was 2 weeks ago. But what would you be excited about, Jeff, if you were a Blue?
I've got a fun little bet for us I've just come up with.
I'm extremely worried that while you've got Cripps, Curnow and Wiedering in a football team, you're in the premiership window. If you miss that premiership window and then you try and rebuild while Tassie's coming into the league, I'm extremely worried you are going to be shithouse for the next 10 years.
You think you're worried?
And it is a good chance.
We're going to come up with a market here.
Please.
The head-to-heads.
Yes.
I want this $1.90. So you either take most goals, Sam Darcy, Aaron Norton, or Charlie and Harry. I want that to be $1.90. Nice. When I looked at that, because you got Darcy's favourite, then Charlie. Oh, they're both $1.45, then next to $1.60. That's perfect. If we have $1.90, if we can get points bet to get that up.
Yeah, I like it.
Most goals combined.
Who are you taking?
Money back if it's a draw.
Yeah,
can they do that?
Sure.
I got to back the boys.
Maybe a bonus bet back, saying.
Got to back the boys.
Yeah, Bowie back. What are your thoughts? What would you take if that market was a thing?
Well, I got to take the boys. I got to take.
Jeff as a neutral.
100% take Sam Darcy.
Yeah, I'll take the
Darcy. He's the best
as well.
player out for him.
You're not even taking Norton. You're just taking Sam Darcy.
Yeah, he'll get it done. Especially, what's his name? Hurt himself last week.
Chuck.
Jacob Wiedering.
Oh.
Got kicked in the foot. He was limping a bit. I reckon he's a bit sore. He doesn't take any pain medication.
So I want
He's out of
to.
cash.
I want to know. We should. You want to go back on the Thursday night game as well?
Surely not.
Can you go disposals? I just want to know when's going to be a 40 disposal game. If there's 2 under the lid, is there a chance that someone racks up 40? Is there a chance?
Always.
Yeah, I think Merritt.
So
That's your boy.
So you can get $10 at Connor Rosie. That's a great bet.
yep.
So it's 13 for Merritt. That's a good bet. Roll on. Ed Richards.
I like if we're looking at Bailey Dale off the half back line. We can't tag.
You'll stop him. You have to.
I don't know.
If Rosie's on 20 at half time, surely Durham goes.
Cripps is at 10 and Walsh is at 21. We won't be touching that.
No one's going as Merritt if he's on fire.
No.
No one.
Richards at 34.
But I like the big key market one. I reckon that'd be
it's
fun.
nice.
And also, who has more clangers? Let's go Vladimir or Motlop.
No, I'll tell you who. Dill the Strepsil Shield. He coughs it up more than Urani's.
Hello.
What
What does my auntie cough up? A couple of oyster blades.
Hey, the Rolling Multi's back.
It's the Rolling Multi. Yeah.
Righto, Will Ashcroft for 20. I think that's nice.
Nice.
Stengel for 1. That hits.
Nice.
Nice.
Toby for 1. Really
Yeah,
good legs.
Nice.
I had one late. Phil Thorpe for 2.
Nice.
That's the best bet in the land right now. That is paying a whopping $3.44.
That
So it's
swings.
sort of Chisler price tag. Yeah,
Nice.
Ashcroft, Stengel, Green, Phil Thorpe, rolling.
I feel we had one more thing we wanted to touch on before the end of the show.
5 for 25.
Yeah.
The 5 for 25. So it is one of the favourite things we do. It's the only thing you can do. It is on the PointsBet app. It is the only place it's available. We put it on our story. You vote over under for 5 players. You get 25 to 1 for
Blokes
those.
have been
odds.
winning.
Blokes have been winning. So we hit Carlton Hawthorn last week. I turned 10 into 250. Well, we turned 10 into 250.
Nice.
I gave out the winning
nothing
bet.
to
It was
do
a
with it.
fraction late and I felt bad and people were like it was too late.
Yep.
So then we did one the next night. We just missed on Collingwood
Dogs.
Yeah.
We just missed on that. Then we went all the way to Sunday night. People a bit excited on Sunday. I think some people
Yeah.
need their cash
Turnovers.
back.
Yes.
Bit of an unders.
Cash back. Everyone voted over on all 5 legs. All 5 legs went under Morgs.
Far
All
out.
5 legs. I think Chad Warner went over. He had 27. His line was 25 and a half. Apart from that,
26.
Sarong,
26, yep.
Sarong, Brayshaw, Heaney, and Jordan Clark all went under
Yeah.
their lines. You've got to vote unders. I know it's hard, but you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to vote unders. Sam Walsh's line was 27 and a half last week. If it's that again this week, that is an under every day. Until he proves
it,
it,
yep.
cop the loss.
You're either hot or
if
you
he
do.
gets the over,
Yep.
cop it, but just take the under.
Don't lose to what you know.
Don't lose to what you know. Always take livers over because it's usually about 22 and a half, and he's just that sort of bull that gets his 23, 24. But yeah, this is going to be so much fun. So voting on the story, have the balls to bet under. It's so much better having unders in there because you get excited. Couple of overs, so that is the funnest thing we do throughout the Thursday, Friday, and Dope Thursdays. How are you going on Dope Thursdays?
I'm zipping too, but I'm looking forward to coming back this week and putting one right between the big sticks, Jeff.
No blues in the game helps us.
I know I've got the Blues on Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm 1-1. I needed Dan McStay to kick a second goal last week, and he just avoided him.
And Hustos.
Oh, did
Hustos
he-
missed
did he
out.
Fumbled. Did you say that one? Oh, geez.
By the way, if you're still listening, comment.
Yeah, we'll be at the MCG on
No, what's a word you comment if you're listening?
Geronimo.
Nah, something else. Morgs, what's a fun word?
Rolling multi in capitals.
It's
the rolling multi.
Also, Saturday we'll be there. The 2-4-6-8 challenge, Jeff. 2 bourbons, 4 quarters, 6 meat pies, meat margaritas, and then 8 frothies.
Can't wait. Das. Scoring the Blues game.
Blues by 30.
I'll take the Suns by 33 over the D's. Suns are playing finals, boys. Chile! Baby back ribs.
What are you prepared to lose today? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.